all the excitement here.
Well, good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the disclosure of the best-kept secret in Richmond. That was definitely a joke. Let me, at the outset, recognize a few folks that I believe are here. I think I saw Delegate Dance in the audience. I want to shout out to Delegate Dance. I don't know if Delegate McClellan made it. No. And I understand that Congressman Scott may be still on his way. All right. Well, we'll get on with the main event here. At this time, what I want to do is to ask the mayor of Richmond to come forward, Mayor Jones. Mayor Jones was elected mayor of Virginia's holy city and capital in 2008. And since that time has led the city under a theme of building the best Richmond. His focus has been on economic development, opportunity, and inclusiveness for all. He's distinguished himself as a visionary leader pursuing national and global opportunities for Richmond, and he's also distinguished himself as a great advisor and great friend. And without further ado, please welcome the mayor of Richmond, Mayor Jones.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Mr. Secretary. What a great day it is in the city of Richmond, and I have the opportunity to introduce our governor. I'm not supposed to say anything about this secret that nobody knows anything about, but I want to get out of the way so that the governor can tell you what the secret is. We're not here today to talk about San Diego. We're not here today to talk about Berlin, but we're here to talk about the choice destination of the East Coast of the United States. We're here today to talk about the city of Richmond, Virginia. And all of you know that Richmond's brand has gotten better and better as the days have gone on, and we're on everybody's list. We are it. We are the it city. We're tagged one of the coolest cities to visit right now by almost everybody. But I'm here to tell you today that we're about to get a whole lot cooler. And I've had the pleasure of working with Governor Terry McAuliffe a little over these last 9 months, and I want you to know that it has been an absolute joy to work with him, although my energy level is a little bit lower than his. We have a true partnership, and under his leadership, our economy is growing, our transportation infrastructure is growing, our BRT system is now going to be a reality, and now very soon our beverage choices will also grow as well. And so help me welcome the 72nd governor of the state of the Commonwealth of Virginia, Terry McAuliffe.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, thank you, Mayor Jones. What an honor. And last time you and I were in front of a podium, we made history again. When we got those BRT grants, those Tiger grants, we got the most percentage-wise of any state in America. So it is great. Well, you're all about Richmond, as you should be. As mayor, I am all about the Commonwealth of Virginia. And what's good for all of us in the country is good for Virginia. So today is a very special day. I welcome you all to the Executive Mansion on this very beautiful day. I want all of my friends from San Diego to understand this weather is what it is like 365 days a year. I don't know why you're in San Diego, ruining your careers. You could be here in the beautiful Commonwealth of Virginia. But let me get right to the point, folks. This is a historic day for us. It is an honor to announce that Stone Brewery Company, the 10th largest craft brewer in the United States of America, will invest $74 million in a new facility in Richmond, Virginia. Their new investment will be a production brewery. It will be a packaging hall, a destination restaurant, gardens, retail store, and administrative offices. What we are so excited about here in Virginia is that Virginia was selected. There were more than 20 states across the United States who competed to be standing where we are here today. There were proposals that had come in from all over. We will now create 288 new jobs with this announcement. This operation will now represent the company's first East Coast location, and we couldn't be prouder that it is here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Stone's expansion will enable the company to meet their high demand for their beers and ensure the freshest beer possible is reaching its fans east of the Mississippi and will reduce its carbon footprint. Today's announcement marks the fruition of more than 6 months. And as you've all read in the paper, I have had to do my share of drinking Stone beer. Sometimes the things I have to do as governor to get a deal done. But I enjoyed every moment of it, gentlemen. I want you to know that. But this partnership that was put together to work on this was truly, truly extraordinary. The competition was tough. We ended up, there were 3 final sites, Columbus, Ohio, and then we had 2 great sites in Virginia. And I'm also proud of our team in Norfolk, Virginia, that made it to the final 3. If we could give Norfolk a great round of applause, appreciate them for all that they do. This competitive, high-profile project really puts Virginia on the map and cements our standing as a serious player in the craft beer industry competition. The 10th largest craft beer brewer in the United States chose Virginia. And on behalf of all of us, I thank those folks from Stone for making this very important decision. As governor, I am committed to bringing projects like these to Virginia. These create valuable jobs and help to diversify and protect the Virginia economy from the budget cuts that we are now facing. Virginia is an economic leader because of our world-class workforce, our outstanding public infrastructure, and our aggressive economic development approach. But we do face challenges as the federal government cuts spending and the national economy remains fragile. If we are going to continue to lead in a global marketplace, we must work together, all of us, to make this Commonwealth even more attractive to companies like Stone Brewery. I'm working to build a new Virginia economy, and I am proud to be standing here with the folks from Stone Brewery to help us do that. Today is an achievement of great magnitude, and we are thrilled to welcome Stone Brewery to Virginia. A strong group partnered with my administration to make this possible. That team included the Virginia Economic Development Partnership. I see Martin Briley. Give the VEDP a great round of applause for the great work that they did. I want you to know that Martin was with me, beer for beer. I was not alone in this endeavor. I also want to thank the city of Richmond. Give Richmond a great round of applause for winning in. Winning this intensely competitive project was of utmost priority, and the incentive package that we put out, I think, reflects that. As you know, I approved a $5 million grant from the Governor's Opportunity Fund to assist the city of Richmond with this project. The company will also be eligible to receive up to $250,000 from the Governor's Agriculture and Forestry Industries Development Fund, which is administered by the Virginia Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, and depending on the procurement and the use of Virginia-grown products. Stone Brewery will also receive benefits from the Virginia Enterprise Zone Program, administered by the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development. And last but not least, funding and services to support the company's employee training activities will be provided through the Virginia Jobs Investment Program. We put all in to get this project. At this time, I would like to invite Mayor Jones, the great mayor of the city of Richmond, to join me at the podium, and I would like to present a check to the mayor. All right, Mr. Mayor. All right. Here you go, $5 million, everybody.
All right, all right, all right.
Beautiful. Now, if Steve Wagner, the president and co-founder of Stone Brewing, could please come forward. I have a presentation for you, Steve. Thank you. I want you to know this is a flag that was flown over the Capitol. I want you to know I got up very early this morning and hustled across the street here. Well, not exactly true. I actually left in pitch black this morning to go to Roanoke, but the thought was there for you. But this flag actually was flown over our great Capitol. That Capitol right there, Steve, that was designed by Thomas Jefferson. You can't find that in Ohio. You can't find that in California. You can only find that here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So on behalf of all the citizens of the great Commonwealth of Virginia, when this new facility opens, we want this flag to be proudly flown over that new great facility, Steve. So thank you very much. So without further ado, on behalf of the First Lady, Dorothy McAuliffe, and myself, we want to now bring up to the podium our new partner, our new team, our new brewmaster, the co-founder of Stone Brewery, Steve Wagner. All right, buddy. All yours. Great.
I'd like to thank Governor McAuliffe and the First Lady for inviting us here to the mansion today, on this beautiful day. I'd like to thank Mayor Jones for the warm welcome that we've received from the city of Richmond. It has just been awesome. You know, when I started the Stone Brewing Company in 1996 with my partner Greg Cook, we had no idea where this thing would lead us. And it is just amazing to be standing here today. You know, we started out just the two of us. I brewed the beer, he sold it. Our first employee we hired to deliver the beer, and that's where it came from, you know, in North County, San Diego. And it was not easy in those times. I mean, craft beer was not as popular as it is now, and it was, you know, I think sometimes people get the impression that we're an overnight success, but it's been 18 years of working really hard to get to where we are today. And flash forward to being here in the beautiful city of Richmond. Although, is it really this chilly every day? No. We've been through an arduous process. We received over 200 proposals for locations to build our brewery. Made 40 site visits, narrowed it down to a top 3, of which Richmond was one. And now we're just extremely excited to have made the choice, and you know, I have that feeling in my heart like we made the right choice. This is so great. And there's so many people to thank that helped us get here today. I mean, literally hundreds of people from the state of Virginia and the city of Richmond that have helped us to get to this place, to be able to make this exciting announcement today. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you, Governor, Mayor, Secretaries, Madam First Lady. I'm Pat Tiernan. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Stone, and on behalf of Craig Spitz, our CFO in Stone, we are super stoked. We are really excited. This has been one heck of a process, and I am wearing pants. All right, there was a bit of a wager going on that I might wear shorts again, but I had to throw those guys who took that bet off a little bit. We
wore our good jeans.
Exactly, we wore our good jeans too, yes. So I wanted to just, more than anything, commend the state. While Norfolk was in our top 3, you actually had another site in Roanoke that ultimately was our top 5. And one of the big reasons that we're here is because Virginia did the best job of corralling all the different levels of government, all the different players and stakeholders across the cities, the counties, infrastructure providers, energy, you name it. Very, very impressive. And it's been that way from the start. It carried that way through a fairly arduous process, and it's one of the biggest reasons that we're here today. So beyond the folks behind me that we thanked, I just want to call out a few people. Rich and Joey with the EDA, absolute pleasure to work with. Guys who just really, you know, put this over the top for us at that stage in the game. A few folks that aren't here that unfortunately are still winners in our book but don't get the site that I want to call out. Jared, also part of the economic development crew in Norfolk, and Ann Blair out of Roanoke, just did phenomenal jobs. Here, Michelle, Catherine, you guys have been with us every step of the way, shepherding us around the top 5 sites and the top 3 in Virginia, and that's just been a fantastic experience for us. Mark, Lee Downey, you guys were always there to keep us going, to follow up actions, and to get the data that we needed. Tim, well, I know you're out there somewhere. Tim has been a fantastic partner for the city and through us in getting some of the design scoped and those kinds of things and being available to answer questions. Mike, I know he's out here somewhere with the state. Yep, Mike's out here. Not only a great beer fan, but you know, talk about just shepherding things along. It's been phenomenal. And last but certainly not least, Jane. She is the spark, she's the fire, and she has an amazing passion for this place, which has been, you know, a real good hinge of our door to your building. So thank you, Jane. With that, I just want to say thank you again. We can't build fast enough. I can't wait to serve you guys beer. And for any of you that get a chance, I just want to introduce Mitch Steele here on my far left, who is our brewmaster. He's the guy that makes all this stuff happen for us these days. And next to him on his right is Peter Weens. Peter's going to be the director here that runs the show and will be producing the beer locally. So get to know him. Thank you, everybody.
Well, a lot has been said already, and I just want to take another moment to officially welcome Stone Brewing Company to the city of Richmond. Steve and Pat, it's a pleasure to be here with you today in this awesome moment to welcome you to your East Coast home. Let me also thank our economic development team who has worked so diligently to keep Richmond running for this opportunity. They have done a fantastic job, and we want them to know how much we appreciate their endeavors. We also want to recognize the members of our city council who have been partners with us as well. And let me just recognize those who I've seen: Michelle Mosby, Cynthia Newbill, Ellen Robertson, Kathy Graziano, John Beliles, and Mr. Hilbert and Mr. Samuels. Let's give them a round of applause for the work that they are doing. We've been working hard on the economic development front because we have many needs, and it is important for us to increase economic opportunity to provide jobs and growth. Our city has many needs, and we're working to provide an environment to meet those needs. This new development is going to spur activity in a part of the city where growth and development is much needed, Cynthia. The greater Fulton community will see a development rise that's going to generate 288 jobs, $41 million in machinery, $1.7 million in personal property. That's a good shot in the arm for that neighborhood. And what I like about Stone is that there are so many things that I like about them, but I really like that they like to keep things local. And so they're going to be hiring local employees, they're going to be using local materials, and they're going to beautify that space in that area, and it's going to be a real benefit to our city. And when the World Bistro and Gardens is added in a few years, we'll all be able to enjoy the riverfront from a new vantage point because everybody loves the water. Stone Brewing coming to Richmond is going to be great for our city, the people of the region, and the people of our state. The project further cements Richmond as a prime location and as a logistics center. We are teaming with talent, innovation, and business success stories, and now we've got a chapter on Stone. Welcome to your new East Coast home. Thank you so much.
Mr. Mayor, congratulations, all the folks in the city of Richmond on this huge victory. My name is Todd Haymore. I am Virginia's Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry. And in addition to working with our partners at VEDP and Maurice Jones, Secretary of Commerce and Trade, we also are bringing to the table the APHID, the Governor's Agriculture and Forestry Industries Development Fund, to help partner with VEDP, the City of Richmond, to make this project the great success that we all know it's going to be. In addition to that, because of our good friends in the General Assembly, Delegate Dance and others here today, the Farm Brewery Act was passed in the last General Assembly session, which places the craft beer industry under the Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry. And a number of you here today have heard me talk a great deal about the wine and cider industries over the last few years as being one of the fastest growing sectors of Virginia agriculture. Well, I can tell you also that the craft beer industry is one of the faster growing sectors of agriculture in the state as well. We have 82 breweries in the state right now. Sales are climbing, and the most important thing that I want people to take away from here today is what an absolute game changer this is for the Commonwealth of Virginia as far as craft breweries is concerned. This past year, we produced about 130,000 barrels of craft beer in Virginia. The first year, Stone, and these gentlemen are in operation, they will produce about 120,000 barrels of beer. They alone will be responsible for almost doubling the craft beer industry in the Commonwealth of Virginia. So I'm going to lead a round of applause for that. And last but not least, I want to comment on their sustainability efforts, the fact that they're going to be sourcing so much of their local food products, the agricultural products they're going to need. We were out in San Diego with the governor and VDP and Secretary Jones a few months ago, and I was amazed at the commitment that they had to buying local, the food products that they had there within a 100-mile radius of the operation. So thank you for that. And last but certainly not least, the commitment that they've established that they're going to work with our growers, our hops growers, and the universities, Virginia Tech, Virginia State, to help us become more of a hops player in America. This past year, we had about 25 acres. That compares to the Pacific Northwest at almost 30,000 acres, so you can see we've got a lot of room to grow there, but these gentlemen have said that they're committed to growing that sector of Virginia agriculture as well. So Stone, on behalf of Agriculture and Forestry, thank you very, very much.
So thank you, Todd. Let me just recognize a few other folks, and then we'll bring this to a close. Congressman Scott is with us, and welcome, Congressman. We're happy to have you with us. Always a friend of Richmond, always a friend of economic development. I, too, want to say thank you to Martin Briley and his team, Vince Barnett, Suzanne Clark, Michelle Poe, Catherine Goodwin, Mike Limcooler. These folks have been juggling multiple balls trying to follow this governor, drinking almost as much. No, I better leave that alone. Almost as much. But I want to thank them. No contest. You're right about it. It's a blowout. I won't tell you which way it goes. But we are delighted for this day to be here, and I want to save my special thanks for the people of Richmond. So yes, Stone is going to be great for Richmond, but the people of Richmond are going to be great for Stone. So congrats to the people of Richmond. How about that, huh? And with that, we're going to close this portion up and ask the governor to make a closing toast.
Yep. All right, let's have a toast if we could. Come on in close, everybody. There are at least 20 governors that wish they were doing this today. There are 200 mayors around the country that are wishing they were doing it today. But you know what? We're here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We're in the city of Richmond. And I just want to toast the great partnership that we are going to have going forward. This is going to set a whole new craft beer industry in here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And I just want to thank Stone Brewery for having the confidence in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And here's to a long, healthy, and profitable partnership. Cheers. 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 There you go, guys. Cheers. Cheers, guys. Oh, it's good.